What's up, gangsters and gangsters? Gangstets? Gangstas and gangsters? What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Frodo G. Laggins. And hopefully, today, we will complete The Last of Us Part 2. Hopefully. There's no guarantees, because I feel like I've been playing this game for like 6 months now. But, I don't know. Maybe today's the day. Oops. Alright. Give me 2 minutes. And sorry guys, if you hear me munching down, I'm eating some cucumbers. Some cucumber. Cucumber. So, I'm going to try to mute my mic every time I bite it and chew it. But, can't guarantee. More than likely I will. Because I'm only going to be able to eat it at certain points, you know what I'm saying? But, what do you guys like dipping your cucumbers in is a better question. Alright, alright. Sorry about that. We back. Where was I? What's this? A mirror? Oh, shoot. I don't know. Oh, now what I'm doing. I'm breaking in to break Abby out. To beat her ass.
Kill her! Bitch! I got the key! I locked the door! The gun! Move! Come on, let's go.
Hey, where's Abby?
She's bit. Keep back.
Hey, don't point that fucking thing at me!
Hey! Abby tried to escape. She's down in the pillars.
The pillars?
Head down to the beach. You won't miss it. She's probably already dead. Come on!
Alright. Where are you, bro? She's up the pillars. We haven't even started. What the f... What are you doing, Ellie?
To the beach.
No, they were prisoners that I freed or something like that. Oh, I gotta pull up my stream again. I can't see the comments. WTF? Okay, there we go. Got it. I gotta work in the app. Let's go. We back, baby. The app working. The games are flowing.
Holy. Abby?
Okay. This is kind of much. This game really took a turn for the worse. Oh, is one of these Abby? Okay, one of these is definitely Abby. Which one's big as hell?
Help me. Please. It's you.
See, now, like, why? Oh, she's not big anymore.
Abby.
Yeah, I was actually thinking the same thing. Yeah. See, I'd be like, now it's not fair. I would tell her, I'd be like, alright, 2 years from now, we'll meet up like in friggin' Arizona. We'll fight it out, and that's it. Like, once and for all. We're gonna stop chasing each other. We're gonna stop doing this. Yeah, now, like, what the hell? You can't, like... I mean, come on. And Ellie's also hurt. So, she got bit. She's stabbed. Yeah, it's really not fair. And she didn't have to save her, so it's like... Yeah. And you know what? Like I was saying in the other stream, it's like, we killed much more of their people than they did ours. They got Joel. I thought they killed Tommy. They didn't even kill Tommy. They got Joel and Jesse. Oh. Now she's gonna start having flashbacks and stuff.
I can't let you leave. I'm not doing this. No. I'm not gonna fight you. Yes, you will. He's not a part of this. You made him a part of this. Okay. Okay.
She's still got some muscles for being skinny. Why would... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, God, no. She beat my ass. Help. This is not how I expected to start. Alright, what's up? Yeah, you didn't expect that. Hacha! Hacha! Oh. Oh, damn. Why is the beach so shallow? That's very dangerous. That's like a good way to stab yourself. This is a lot. Why do I gotta do this? This could have been a cutscene. Oh, oh, oh. What's up? I got them dukes too. What's up? Yeah, I watch a lot of fucking wrestling with Joel. Oh, shit! Oh! With the follow-up. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Oh, no. Yeah. Like that, did you? There's no way she has this much energy. Oh, damn. This might be the end, guys. Yep, just like I remembered.
No. Just take him.
Yeah, fuck that. Especially after you bit my fingers off. No, now it's over. So Ellie must be pretty weak if starved out Abby could kill her. Almost kill her. Now she goes home to Dina, says, my finger's bit off, got bit, got stabbed, did I kill Abby? Nah, I let her go. Like, what? No, you know, for every 5 minutes of zombies, it could be at least 45 minutes cutscene of Dina and Ellie making out. What am I doing now? Who leaves the seat down? This house is really clean. I hate this. What the hell? Fuck. Bro, I really don't want to play the fucking guitar. Alright, let me put my other hand up. I was just playing with one hand, so. Oh, if I just go to that one by accident, it makes a sound. Fuck. Finally. It's harder than Guitar Hero. All this, and for what? That's what you gotta ask yourself. For what, Ellie? Lost Dina. Lost 2 fingers. Got bit again, so that means you gotta get a hand tattoo.
What are you drinking?
Coffee.
Where'd you get that?
What I don't get is if she walked in ready to kill her,
People that came through last
why
week.
she cut her down?
A little embarrassed as to what I had to trade to get it, but it's not bad.
I had Seth under control.
Yeah, I know.
And you need to stop harassing Jesse about my patrols.
Okay. Dina. Is she your girlfriend?
No. No, that was just one kiss. It doesn't mean anything. She just, I don't know why she did that.
But you do like her.
So stupid.
I have no idea what that girl's intentions are, but I do know that she would be lucky to have you.
Yep.
You're such an asshole.
Damn. What do I do now?
I'm not trying to.
I was supposed to die in that hospital.
Oh shit.
My life would have fucking mattered. But you took that from me.
Oh, so I spoiled it. Sorry, guys. I thought we already found this out.
If somehow the Lord gave me a second chance at that moment, I would do it all over again.
That's all you're gonna say, Joel? I mean, that doesn't really doesn't really address what she just said.
I just. I don't think I can ever forgive you for that. But I would like to try.
I'd like that.
Okay. I'll see you around.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I mean, that was pretty early on, you know. Still had like a couple years to go at that point. Why would she leave the guitar by an open window just to get damaged? Can't find many guitars. That's it. We finally did it. Yeah, I think, yeah, who knows? Was it gonna end with like Abby putting on a backpack? But see, Abby has no reason to be pissed at Ellie. So it's like, that wouldn't make any sense, you know? It's like, why would she be chasing Ellie? Ellie didn't do anything, she was just at the hospital. If it was up to her, she would have died there. So, It's a long credit. I guess it took a lot of people to make a freaking 16-hour game. All those cutscenes. Yeah, I did spend a lot of time on this game. It was crazy. I can't do it any longer. Hmm. Oh, cool. It's a different location now. With the boat. Guitar free play. Get the alternate instruments, guitars, and characters. What? Who the hell is this guy? Gustavo. I didn't realize she changed clothes that often. That's pretty cool. Oh, those gun skins. I do like the astronaut, but I gotta go giraffe. How's it a skin if they're just wearing their regular clothes? War of the Monsters? That's pretty cool. I like that game. Oh, she has pretty whack ones. Whack. That would suck. Horizontally flip the world every time you die. That's pretty cool. Cool. Now, why would you want any of these? I'm sorry, but I'm not playing a game with a filter on. Like, come on. And some of these are crazy. Her my eyes is looking at it like right now. Yeah, I'll keep it on. Whatever. Let's see what's going on here.
You're about to play an unfinished level from The Last of Us Part 2. The reason we added this section is there are a few sequences, and we picked the 3 of the best ones, that we cut from the game. You know, often we build a game that's much bigger than what ends up being the final product. They were months away from being finished, but we wanted to give you an insight of what it's like when we built the game, because often we have this whole thing constructed and it doesn't have final art or audio or dialogue. And here you get to see the building blocks of what it's like when we first string a bunch of these levels together. This is the intro to the first deleted level, and this one is the roughest of the 3. We wanted to show more of how Jackson operates. So this is the festival where Ellie ultimately kisses Dina. This sequence would have come very late in the game as a flashback sequence while you're in the farm with Dina. And we wanted to show what is the rest of Jackson doing, and wanted to put on the stick, make it interactive. So you could see when you're outside, there are all these almost like carnival games that you can play. You could mix drinks, you could play with these kids that are playing a sort of clicker Marco Polo, sit down and listen to conversations. And all the different interactions were first or second pass, very, very early passes. The building blocks are there, but nothing is final. And ultimately, while we were very excited by this sequence, it's pretty fun and lighthearted. It just slowed things too much as we're barreling towards the end of the story at this point. So again, reminder, rough, missing audio, missing animation, missing gameplay tweaks, missing dialogue, but pretty representative of what it would have been. So enjoy.
Okay.
Originally, this level was going to transition us to farm. We would go all the way through to the dance, where Ellie and Dina share their first kiss. Then we would play through farm, and when Ellie plays the guitar at night, she would remember the Seth incident. Something we really wanted to do was highlight the way their lives had turned upside down since she went down this path. We had this idea of recontextualizing all of our usual gameplay mechanics that were designed for really violent ends. The workbench, door bashes, throwable weapons, and even the infected, which is my personal favorite. Peppered throughout the level are moments of levity or shared history, all the while seeing how happy and mundane they all were before her huge revenge odyssey.
Doesn't even look like Ellie.
We use our workbench a lot to make a lot of things that kill and maim and hurt people. Here, we had the silly idea of using the same feel, harkening back to the same animations, using the exact same UI to instead fix a drink. Like the workbench, you could pick your base, and then you could add something to it. And at the time, we had some different reactions from Ellie based on how strong you chose to make the drink. Something we wanted to prototype, though, before it got cut, was picking up some ingredients around to add, like a lime or maybe a bottle of someone's favorite whiskey or salt, like you were earning upgrades. We also toyed with having Ellie carry around the drink you made and occasionally sip it, psyching herself up to go talk to Dina inside because she's nervous. It got too noodly though, because she would need to keep placing it somewhere before she did anything, so it would have ended up more trouble than it was worth. There's a hidden spot at the back that was just a bit of fun. It was highlighting Jackson's normalcy with something we would find in a real world. In the back, you would find teenagers finding some alone time with each other in a dark corner of a party. It was rewarding the player for peeking into a hidden corner, but ultimately redirecting them back to the festival. We also had versions of them smoking weed here, despite Maria's consternation, probably having gotten it from Eugene.
Okay, that was pretty cool.
In this second deleted level, which is an extended sequence of the sewers in Seattle, this comes on the heels of where Ellie goes into a building and she survives an attack by stalkers and gets thrown out of a window and gets swept away by the current. And then we cut this section that used to be there in the final game. Now you will get to play it. So this was a way to get a bit more interesting puzzles, interesting traversal, figure out how Ellie can navigate the sewers with the fighting current. Ultimately, with a lot of these levels and these sequences, the reason why we cut them were for pacing purposes. But here it is for you in this very kind of raw form that part of it will feel finished, parts of it will feel like assets are missing as far as audio, animation won't be final. But it's a glimpse into what a game looks like when it's months away from finishing. Enjoy.
Months away? Oh, I did not know I was gonna be in here like this.
Seattle. Okay.
This level, internally
Where the
known as
hell am
Find
I?
Nora, was quite long in duration as we had to make Ellie traverse a far distance to the opposite side of downtown Seattle. The sewer section was originally longer than what we released the game with, approximately 10 minutes more. This was one of the few areas of the game that used water flow as part of a traversal puzzle. The player has to go upstream to use the current to get to the platform to reach the other side. We mostly cut this mechanic game-wide, however it remained in essence in the section swimming to the aquarium as Ellie when you were avoiding the waves. When players reach the doorway and enter into the room, they are faced with a dead
What have we
end.
got here?
The real reason for this dead-end room is that on the reversal when exiting back out of the doorway, players are faced with the route onwards. A pipe that they'd not been able to see when they were swept past it on the way in, and something that was hidden from view when on the side platforms. The intention here being that the only option is to go off the standard path in order to search for a way out.
Get me the hell out of here.
Throughout the rest of the level, we also used light to indicate to the player that they were heading in the right direction. At each turn, however, we blocked the direct route forward. Players would know that they just have to keep finding alternative paths, promoting those feelings of being desperate and trapped.
I hated that.
We slowly introduced the player to consider climbing into smaller pipes and crouching in these tight
Up and
spaces.
out.
This is to slowly
Just
build
keep
up
going
to
up and out.
encourage the player to climb into such a small pipe that they'd have to be crawling on their stomach, which is something that the player previously may not have recognised as a playable space, let alone the desired route they need to take. We added a tiny space just to reward the player's exploration with a pickup item, and we made sure it was something that made sense that you'd find in this area. A canister and all the garbage that had been washed into the sewers from the surface.
Okay.
We loved the idea of making Ellie prone through a tiny dirty pipe in order to get out, as it was a great opportunity to use our prone mechanic. The unique
your
camera
shit,
setup was
Ellie.
created to support crawling in these pipes, as the standard prone camera is much higher above the player, We also created custom collision in order for Ellie to manoeuvre in these tight spaces easily. Initially, the oblong collision capsule around her character caused issues crawling around corners. We put extra effort into the custom corner. In order for the player to feel cramped, claustrophobic and desperate, we'd been enforcing the traversal mechanics that allow for a tight environment which promote these feelings. We introduced the use of the squeeze through so that we can keep the player feeling enclosed and tight, but without repeating the same geometry. Here we change from low ceilings with wider walls to high ceilings and tight walls to change up the spatial pacing and keep the level from repeating itself.
Guess there's a lot that goes into a game. Who would have known?
Originally, we had the waterline much higher here, so players had to swim through this tight tunnel. However, from watching user test feedback, it was occasionally causing people to discount the route entirely and turn back on themselves. So to avoid any risk of this happening in the final game, we present a lower water level so the tunnel is easy to see and commit to using. As we surface from the water and over the crest of the slope, we reveal what is further in this tunnel. A clicker that has sprouted and the fungus has grown on the sides of the pipe. It was great to see people who user tested this area becoming increasingly worried as we forced the player to squeeze past the fungus and inches away from the clicker's face, all the time not being sure whether the clicker might be alive or attack them. Although we aren't as cruel as to force a clicker attack in such close proximity, we do have a payoff for this moment. This clicker momentarily turned into Joel to show Ellie's PTSD from what happened to Joel at the start of the game. Ultimately, we decided to save this moment for the farm level, as it was more impactful there because it could become the centrepiece of that experience. Whereas in the sewers, we weren't able to make it as much of a narrative point and give it the breathing room and reaction time that it deserves, given the tight space.
Shit!
For the final section, we eventually opened you out into a wider area as you traverse through such tight spaces leading up to this. So changing the environmental pacing makes it begin to feel like we're coming to the end of Ellie's ordeal. An earlier iteration used the current that we'd shown at the start for a slightly tougher traversal puzzle to conclude the sewers. The ladder was clearly visible from most of the area, but the player was faced with a fast-flowing torrent of water they couldn't cross. If the player attempted to jump into the water, they were not able to swim across the ladder due to the water's speed, but instead they had to traverse the pipe running along the top of the space in order to get across the water. Using this pipe was retained in the iteration we shipped with, as it's the last of the extreme methods Ellie has to undergo in order to escape the sewers, and what she will go through in her pursuit of revenge.
For no reason. Could just stayed home.
The last ladder climb is quite lengthy, and although we could have trimmed it down to a shorter climb, we liked how this last segment of the journey built anticipation for whether there was success at the top or not after all you've been through. Ultimately, the ladder exits out into the subway station, which is how it connects in the final game. Ellie then has to find her way to the hospital from here, crossing paths with the scars for the first time.
Alright, we gotta do the last one.
For this third and final deleted level, what we call the boar hunt sequence, this was a sequence pretty late in the game. It was right after the whole Seattle Abby sequence where Abby spares Ellie. And then we wanted to come back into Ellie's story, but keep it a bit mysterious of how much time has passed, where is Ellie now? So we're coming in on Ellie, and she's following a trail of blood. and we wanted to mirror in a way the deer hunt sequence from the first game, but this time do it with a boar. And there's something with Ellie that now she can't let go of this violence. She's pursuing it, even against this innocent animal. This was another opportunity to show how the violence that Ellie has experienced, the violence that she witnessed being afflicted onto Joel, is still sticking with her, and she's still experiencing these PTSD moments. This was a sequence that was pretty far along and was cut pretty late in production. Parts of it are still really rough, but the gameplay, the building blocks were all there. I think you'll have fun to see, like, again, a rough, unfinished sequence that you can play. You can see all the way to the end, and including a cinematic that we end up cutting. And the remnants of the sequence ended up being mentioned in Ellie's journal. So this part of the story that we developed still made its way into the game as kind of optional stuff that you could read about, but here you get to experience it. So as a reminder, this is pretty rough, months away from being finished, but you get to see it now.
So the boar hunt was one of the hardest levels for me to work on. It was a huge challenge with the systems that we had, and we kept trying, but it never felt quite right. Originally, the level happened after the Jackson Festival, which also got cut, but before Farm. Once the festival got cut, it became the prologue to Farm. The intended experience is that we jump forward in time after the fight with Abby in the theater. We don't know where Dina is. We likely assume she's dead because she was just bleeding out. Ellie is alone. Her hair is short. So maybe this is the future or the present. And she's hunting. In early iterations of the fight, it was more arena-like. The player slowly whittles down the boar's health. Ellie gets more visceral and more vicious. We get a little worried about her. As the boar gets weaker, more panicked, more feral, and we start feeling sympathetic to the boar was the hope. In all of these iterations, especially of these, we must have gone through 5 or 6 iterations of the boar fight and all, and every single time it changed pretty drastically. We split it into clear phases, where one was like all long range. We tried another where you're getting close and you get the jump on it quite literally. You're jumping off of a rock to attack it. And then finally, we tried a bunch where you almost sort of go around a bunch of trailers and try and wrestle it. We uncovered after some time that taking down a boar over several phases felt very laborious and a little dramatic. It was comically long. It felt too boss-like, a little too gamey. We decided to cut the first few phases, and we opted for a cold open after the boar had already been hurt off screen. So that allowed us to focus on feeling like we're closing in on prey. The gas station was built to highlight the boar's destructiveness. Since it's cramped, the boar feels larger. We also feel trapped with it, though perhaps it's trapped with us. When it charges, it gets to us quickly, so we must be on our toes. This made it more aligned with Ellie's sort of hunting for trouble mindset. Listening became more important, as well as moving around slowly so it didn't hear you. Could you spot it before it saw or heard you? And could you get a shot off quickly enough so you could dodge out of the way? Or is the shot worth the cost after? It feels like a gamble. By the end of the fight, everything would likely be in shambles. The boar would burst through the back, and Ellie would follow it and finally enact revenge.
Got you.
Why is he just walking back and forth in the same spot? Where the hell did it go? Oh. I was like, what?
The boar kill was supposed to be anything but glorious, with the boar whimpering at the back of.
That was pretty cool. Oh, cool. You got a lot of characters. Bill. Okay, she got the pistol. Manny.
All set.
Oh, damn. That's actually a long way to go. To get to the boss fight. Oh, so it's like you gotta plan it. Okay. 6 bullets. Shit. There we go. Oh, damn. Shit. Oh, my God.
Okay.
Oh, damn, I missed. What you mean? Do I have other games? No, it's not another game. This is like the mercenary mode.
Finished.
Quick, pick up everything you can. B. You get to have allies, that's pretty cool. Okay. something light. Alright guys, I'm gonna end it here. Who knows? I might like a stream tomorrow. But maybe Sunday. I have to save this. Does it just automatically save? Let's see. Oh yeah. Alright guys, well, this was fun. I'll catch you on the next time. Maybe Sunday. Look out for notifications. I've been Frodo G. You guys have been great. Catch you on the flip side.